if you're someone who overthinks a lot, pause back, stay back, because there is a spiritual reason behind it. Well, when you overthink, there are thought processes that are deeply rooted that come out, and you start feeling, because of society norms, that overthinking is something relevant to mental health issues. At one point, I would be honest, even I used to think this way. But let's be honest here today. My perspective towards overthinking has changed eventually, and this is the new perspective that I bring it to you all. So, if you're overthinking, that means something your subconscious mind is trying to take it out. For instance, I have been thinking about, there are reasons to it. I have been thinking about, why did this person behave with me like that? Or why am I so always going back into the same loops? That's the way universe is nudging and knocking at your door and trying to tell you you're repeating the same patterns. You're supposed to see something through something so that you start taking the right decisions in your life, or rather say easy decisions in your life, and start moving towards the aligned pathway. Now, because of so many psychological reasons, people say overthinking is hazardous. You'd have sleepless nights, you're not able to sleep, you're not able to focus on too many things. But have you ever realized why is it happening that way? Isn't it obvious that if something is not aligned with ourselves, we start not liking that situation at all? And when we force ourselves into a situation, it's obvious that our mind starts showing us signals where it is clearly saying this is not what you're supposed to do, or this relation is not where you're supposed to be, or this situation is not where you were supposed to behave this way. Whatever this is, our overthinking patterns itself is a spiritual nudge. Why? Because that's where your higher self is trying to speak. Yes, too much of it is also a problem. I won't deny the fact that yes, it might create sleepless nights, but the moment you start acknowledging, the moment you start understanding what it is trying to talk to you, maybe a logical reason behind it, maybe your intuition's trying to speak to you, the moment you start allowing it to flow through you, you would stop overthinking, you will start over processing. Why at times the same thought process keeps reoccurring into your mindset? Have you ever thought about it? Why this particular situation I'm thinking over and over again? Many times people tag it as a crib. Like, why are you cribbing so much over this thing? So that's a nudge from the universe. Universe is trying to say that you have to heal this part of you. You have to come out of this part. You have to cut those karmic bonds, cut those karmic cords as such. So whenever you are not having those sleep, that proper sleep, and you feel that you are overthinking, sit back, write it down clearly. Because when you journal it out, that's where you would get the clarity at process. Whenever your subconscious mind is too much loaded, it's meant to shed out what is not aligned with you. Normally, the purging happens when you're sleeping. In your sleeps, you might have fearful sleeps, you might have some traumatic events happening. That's the way your soul, the higher self, the subconscious mind, is trying to take away those events out of your life. But if you wake up at an odd hour, you wake up midnight and you randomly start thinking about some topic which you might not have given importance at that point or throughout the day, that's a nudge from the universe. It's not that you're overthinking, it's something that is bothering you. Your soul is trying to call you, and it's trying to bring your focus to that particular subject. So hence on, whenever you feel that you are giving too much of importance or you are being too logical, many people might, this another situation where many people come to you and then they tell you, oh, you are thinking too much onto the subject, you should just go with the flow. Many a times, yes, that could be an answer, that could be some kind of a nudge again from the universe. But 444, as I say this, many a times universe is also trying to put that force into you so that you take calculative risk. But Nothing is coincidence, and you, the beautiful soul, who get confused between because of the beliefs that we have always been set inside, that we have always been brought up with, that this is an overthinking and you are just simply thinking too much and giving too much of an energy and value to it. You should simply, go with the flow. Of course you should go with the flow, but only when your higher self says it's so. So if there is something coming inside you, that means that's the point where you're supposed to look within and ask yourself, why am I giving so much of energy? There is no coincidence at all. Everything happens for a reason. So start giving importance to the thought processes that are falling. There are higher chances you are someone who gets your psyche answers through your thought processes. You might be listening to different words. We all are psyches. I have been repeatedly talking about it in almost all my videos, 555 as I say that. So yes, we all are different. We all are same, just that the chosen paths, right? So hence on, whenever you feel that you're giving too much of an energy, you're overthinking, society says you're giving, you're simply thinking on it, please sit back and journal it down, because that's where the clarity comes. And you would be able to realize what are the patterns that I have been carrying with me all these years. What are those karmic bonds that I'm supposed to cut? The clarity is with you all the time. In my previous video too, I said we are not listening at times. And please, with all love and light, because I have sailed the same boat. Now I could go and read the energies through people, read what is going on inside me quite clearly. And I worked with these practical situations in my life. At one point, I realized my thinkings, my reasoning to certain situations was not overthinking. Yes, the fear is different. Fear of, like, if I would lose my people, if something bad mishap happens, if I'm flying, something goes haywire. Yes, that's a fear. You have to come out of fear. Stop tagging something as something else. A fear cannot be tagged as overthinking. A fear is inside you. Someone might have lost something important, not in this life, maybe in previous life, and they are carry forwarding those fears, and that is one of the karmic loop that they have to break. We all, whatever we are going through, are our karmic loops. The moment you start acknowledging, writing it down, journaling it down, you start getting understanding of what exactly you were supposed to learn. 744 as I say that. Well, honey, the first step is please write it down. And the last step is come back to that page over and over again whenever you fall under the same patterns and check into the situation, what was it that I was missing onto, because those are 100% your karmic loops that you're supposed to break, your karmic cycles that you were supposed to break. So if you're overthinking, congratulations, because you are again aligned. You are trying to understand yourself. Your higher self is trying to speak to you. Please differentiate between fear and overthinking. Fearfulness could be a block, a childhood block, or something coming from the past life. Again, that needs to be broken. The chain needs to be broken. That could be your purpose of life. There are many purposes, not just one. There are many purposes. So stop. 844. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guys. 444. You are saying that. You're waking up at 4 a.m. You are downloading so many things. Start journaling as a message. Start revisiting those journals and start breaking the loops now, this moment on. If you are into this video, you are certainly guided. You are certainly here for a particular reason. There are no coincidences at all. And if this has worked for you, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I shall see you super back soon in my other video. Till then, stay blessed. Love you all. Bye-bye.